What's going on, America? This is Kevin in Kevin's Corner. Well. It looks like the memo has finally dropped. The album is out and it's being played all over the United States. And I think it done went to #1 on the top Billboard charts. It appears that all of this hubbub about, when the memo comes out, it's going to just launch our whole world into chaos and there's going to be anarchy in the streets because of sources and methods being exposed and all of these names. Don't you think it was kind of funny how the FBI and the Democrats were fighting very hard to keep the document suppressed, but then once they realized they couldn't stop that locomotive, when it came out, now they're going, it's nothing. It's nothing. Don't even worry about it. It's nothing. So let's talk about what nothing could possibly be. First of all, if it was nothing, why were you fighting so hard to keep it under wraps? Secondly, when you look at what they did, now, as a Trump supporter, we all knew something was fishy. We all knew that the dossier and this whole Russia thing was this fake, phony, and concoction by the Democrats and so on and so forth. But what gets me is that the Democrats don't know when to pull the parachute. They don't know when to punt the ball away. It is 4th and 50 to go, and you're going for it on 4th down. This is not the time to go for it. Punt the ball away, Democrats. But no, because they've invested so much into this fake, phony Russia narrative, they're going to ride it out, and they're going to look real dumb when all of the rest of this evidence comes out, because just today, this dossier and this memo is showing that this was all manipulated by the Democrats, the DOJ, and the FBI. Now, here's what I don't get. We know that there's not been an identified crime. We know that there's not been any evidence of collusion between Trump or his campaign with the Russians. So what are we doing here? Where is this going? And see, here's what gets me about this. Everybody's whining about, you shouldn't fire Mueller. You shouldn't fire. Let me tell you something. At this point, it's almost like all of them need to go. Because how can you really argue with the president for letting them all go if the whole premise of this investigation is bogus, is phony? If something starts off wrong, how can you turn it into something right? That doesn't even make any logical or practical sense. So when this whole investigation starts off corrupt, that should make the whole thing null and void. If this was a real legal prosecution, if this wasn't just a witch hunt concoctioned by the Democrats and the liberal media / FBI and the rest of the crooks that's up there making this happen, there's no way you could take a human being, say, hey, look, man, we don't have a crime that's been committed. We ain't got no evidence. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to put you under investigation with unlimited time and resources, and we're going to scrutinize your life until we find something. And a year goes past, you ain't found nothing, but you have found that, say, the police that even started this investigation went about it corrupt. They went to a judge and said, look here, judge, we got some stuff on this one dude. We want a search warrant for his house. And the judge said, nah, I don't see a good enough reason to search this man's house. So then you wait a little bit. You go to another judge and you come up with some crap. Hey, judge, I saw his neighbor he's friends with. I thought maybe one time he might have went into his house and it looked like he was carrying something out of this guy's house, which makes us suspicious about maybe what's in this dude's house. So can you go ahead and give us a search warrant? Now, that judge don't even know that you already went to one judge and got shot down. So you realize what stuff needed to be added into your story to get the judge to agree with giving you the search warrant. And that's what the FBI did. They got shot down the one time, went to the second judge, and juiced up the FISA warrant dossier, the dossier for the FISA warrant, and drug in irrelevant factors. Yeah, Carter Page, one of Trump's guys, 18 years ago, might have went over to Russia one time And I think he might have said Mishka, which is Russian. And that might mean he's a Russian spy. We need to spy on him. And somehow that opens up the door for us to spy on all the rest of the Trump campaign. Could that be corruption? Could that be you manipulating the system so that you can destroy Donald Trump and protect Hillary Clinton? Could it just be? I'm just wondering. And for the Democrats to defend this stuff to their dying breath, it only makes them complicit. It only shows me that they are truly the lawless party that does not care about justice, does not care about human rights, do not care about ruining people's whole lives over this. One guy was complaining he was surveilled and deemed to be a Russian agent, had to fight all of this with lawyers, lost all kind of money. He got kids, man, all over something bogus that's been concoction just because they lost the election and they hate Donald Trump. And you know, at this point, I'm saying, Mueller, throw the towel in, man. You're going to go out real bad. There's no way at this point, knowing how this all started, that you could come to any type of conclusion that Donald Trump is guilty of anything. Right now, to be a great time to say, you know what, based off of the new findings, we feel this whole investigation is null and void and it's going to be thrown out because the beginning of it started corrupt. There was no basis for us even to go after Donald Trump. We had to make up something to go after him. And it is unraveling, and you see them all trying to scatter like roaches and come up with new narratives and throw out all kind of fake stuff to the fake media who's running interference for them. But if you are a smart and tuned listener and viewer, and if you are clever enough to see the strategy of the Democrats, anytime they start becoming frantic about stopping something from happening, that means it's a problem for them. They were fighting real hard as if they was truly worried about the reputation of the FBI. And now that that stuff's came out, there's no secrets in it to where it violates national security and all the stuff they try to throw out to block it. None of that stuff. All we have is just proof that they came up with fake information, used a fake phony dossier, and get this. This one really blows my mind. You got the dossier from an opponent of the current president. You don't think they would have a motive to put some corrupt stuff in that? And if you know that it came from them, you mean to tell me you didn't stop to think, wait a minute, this is coming from his opponent. Surely this is biased. Surely it might be fudged a little bit. See, it's the same thing with when I hear CNN, MSNBC, or the Democrats get up there and talk about their opinion of Donald Trump or his speech or his decisions or his policies. I automatically know if the information or opinion is coming from them, it is not going to be Donald Trump did a great job last night. He really brought together America and spoke about great things that we all can just get behind and rally about. No, I expected them. They're so predictable. I knew that they would come up with all kind of garbage. Oh, he was divisive, even though he said that we should all love and take care of each other and America should be first. But that's divisive somehow, even though I can't make it make sense logically. But nonetheless, it's divisive. That's all they do. They come up with garbage like that. So if we, as regular humans, can see that anything coming from the oppositional party is going to be designed to destroy your opponent, you mean to tell me the FBI could not see the fact that this dossier coming from the Clinton campaign was biased and designed to destroy Donald Trump? You got to be kidding me. So for them to do that and for them to try to get us to believe that they, for some reason, were, had no idea where did this come from? You got to be kidding me. It came from who? The Hillary Clinton campaign. Well, that's news to us. No, it's not news to you. You had the people in the top part of the FBI already in position, already plotting, already scheming, already putting safety plans in place. One, to protect Hillary Clinton from going to the slammer, which she should be in right now. And two, to ensure that Donald Trump would not get into office. And three, if he did get into office, his whole campaign, his whole presidency would be tainted by this fake Russia collusion story that is only taking up tax dollars and only making it hard to make progress. And if I was the president and I'm a citizen, I am furious over this mess for the simple fact You're holding up progress. Could you imagine being a president and you have all these other things to worry about, and yet you dealing with a fake, phony concoctions story about some collusion with the Russians that don't even make logical sense? I had somebody on Facebook arguing with me, Donald Trump colluded with the Russians. I said, surely. I had to get the arrogant voice on him. I can't believe you would think such a thing. That's simply rubbish. I expect more out of you. How could you lower yourself to this? Unbelievable. What do you have, a pea brain, a puppy brain? How could you believe such rubbish? That's what I had to hit him with. I'm like, what? Common sense. That's all you need. Common sense. Put it all together. Comey, all of them. McCabe, all of that stuff. Just the whole thing, how it rolled out. It is so obvious. It's like we're watching a mystery story that we know the answer to. Every time I turn on TV, I'm going, I know who did it. It was the butler. In this case, it was the FBI/Clinton. Jeez, oh man. So anyway, I'm sure more information is going to come out in the next couple of days. The Democrats then went in and pieced together some garbage. You know what it is. We don't have any facts or information, but in our memo, it says they're lying. And that's pretty much it. Just 3 words. They are lying. That's it. It's not 3 pages. It's 3 words. Yeah, that's what they're going to come up with. So expect that. This is getting pretty thick, but my whole argument is shut this down. It started wrong. It started corrupt. Therefore, all of the stuff coming after that should be just thrown right out. And I don't know for the life of me, where is Jeff Sessions? What is it? You recluded yourself from it. Unreclude yourself, okay? Get back in the fight, Jeff. Do something, man. Good grief. I mean, I would think that only applies if you don't see obvious corruption in the whole situation. Once you see that, deal's off. I'm like, dude, it's all fake. It's corrupt. I got to get back in. Tag me in, coach. Tag me in. If this was wrestling, I'm reaching out like, come on, tag. And I'm coming in on the ropes like, you know, chicken wing. I'm putting people. Yeah, he's just sitting there on the sideline. While his boys out there getting beat up. Boys out there in the Bob Backlund chicken wing going to sleep. And you, Jeff, if you can't reach him, just jump in the ring and start swinging like Hulk Hogan used to do. You want to know something, brother? I was laying in my bed last night, brother, and I was thinking what I was going to do to you. What are you going to do when the Hawkster comes down on you? Hey, when him and the Macho Man teamed up, yep, you're looking at the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Come here, Elizabeth, right now. Yeah, get off the ropes, man. Get in there, Jeff. Do something about it. Anyway, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. If you like what you heard, hit like, share this video. Make sure you subscribe. And also, if you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, please, there are links in the bottom that will allow you to do so. Other than that, let's keep this thing going. God bless. See you next time. Kevin's Corner.